What makes a warm home?
Entry 5, Grandpa's Cottage, Part 2. The afternoon wears on and I find myself back on the pier. Gray, weathered boards creak in that memorable way that you could almost know where someone is on the pier just by the individual creaks. Now that everyone has arrived, my grandparents have made their way down to the lakeside. My grandpa brings out a pole, a container of night crawlers he got from the bait shop that morning and was storing in the fridge, and a 5-gallon bucket. He reaches down and scoops up half a bucket full of water. As he sets it down, he splashes me with some of it, laughing in his gravelly voice. He opens the container and instructs me to pull out one of the slimy, sticky, fresh, dirt-covered worms and shows me how to stick the hook through it. He has me toss the line in the water and watch the bobber. From the pier, I can see a few small schools of bluegills that make their way into the shallows as the sun starts to get lower. The bobber flutters in the water with each wave, bouncing up and down like one of my friends on their trampoline. The bobber and hook make their way inshore as the waves wash over them. The hook bottoms out. Grandpa has me put the line in again, deeper in the water. This time I can feel it. Just the slightest vibration in the pull, and I see the bobber jerk in the water unnaturally. It jerks again, and then fully submerges. Start reeling in your line, Grandpa shouts. My fingers fumble with the reel, but soon I get a hold of the handle and start to turn it. Closer and closer the line comes as I pull in the fish. I get it out of the water and I start jumping up and down at my victory. I wave at my parents and yell, "Did you see that?" My dad shouts his approval, and my grandpa brings my attention back to the fish and shows me how to take the hook out of its mouth. It's only 5 inches long, but I can't believe I've made a catch. He tosses the bluegill in the bucket of water and helps me put on another worm. In another 30 minutes, I've caught 3 more fish, and I'm putting the worms on by myself. My brother makes his way over and joins me with another pole, and my grandpa climbs the long flight of stairs back up to the cottage to get another foam container of worms for us. Afternoon starts to turn to evening, and we've caught about 15 small bluegills. By this time, my grandma and some of the aunts and uncles have gone back upstairs to get dinner ready. And Grandpa helps us take the fish upstairs where we lay them out for pictures, and he starts to fillet them to add to dinner. All the family is upstairs now and dried off. As a dinner of burgers and chips, jello, and 7-layer salad are set on the table, I look out over the railing at the lake as the sun starts to go down. The waves shimmer in the golden light of sunset. 1,000 sparkles glint and twinkle, smiling at me from below. The cool breeze coming up from the lake rustles my hair, and I look up to see the dark violet night revealing itself with every passing minute. I sit down to dinner with my hamburger, a small piece of proudly caught bluegill, and a small blue plastic cup filled with soda. The cup has a small handle on it. The image of that cup gets imprinted in my memory. As dinner finishes, we can see Grandpa at the bottom of the stairs starting a campfire. The smoke makes its way up the long leaf-covered hill, making my eyes water a little bit, but it smells of smoldering pine and oak. He pulls out his lawn chair, and by the tree that overarches the lake rests a 3-foot stick, with one end charred and rounded from the many fires that have been prodded with it. The parents bring out graham crackers, chocolate, and marshmallows, and we race back down the stairs in our bare feet to toast marshmallows around the fire. A sweet treat that only comes around this time of year. The white toasted marshmallow squishes between the graham crackers and chocolate and gets all over my chin. A small chunk falls on the dirt and grass. Grandpa laughingly says, "Go wash it off in the lake." "Ew, Grandpa!" I exclaim, tossing the warm, sticky morsel into the fire. I go over to the lake and get in to rinse off my hands and clean off my chin. We are getting in the lake anyways, as it's almost dark. All the aunts and uncles are back down at the lakeside in their chairs. The show is going to be starting soon. My cousins and I start to make our way out to the raft in the lake. I take a life jacket so that I don't have to worry about a noodle. As many of us as it will fit clamber onto the raft and look out across the inky black lake. It's the 4th of July. On a small barge out in the middle of the lake, we see the first rocket shoot into the sky with a soft thud and a whistle. The explosion echoes for what seems like minutes across the water. The shooting stars sparkle on the waves, adding to the already spectacular light. The next firework shoots up. Crackling, buzzing sounds reverberate against the hill to our back. As the fireworks start to soar, the leftover smoke drifts ponderously with the breeze to our right. The show is in full swing now. each missile flying from its chute only to explode above in bright red, green, yellow, white, and purple. With time, the smell of phosphorus makes its way across the lake. The show starts to reach its crescendo with the grand finale. Dozens of fireworks are shot in rapid succession. The cacophony of the bombardment thunders and rumbles like a summer storm. Bright lights magnificent against the dark night sky, the stars twinkling behind them, the show and sound are breathtaking. It comes to an end, and all of us cousins cheers and applaud in appreciation. But finally, the day is over. We all swim back to shore. The fire has been left to die out, and we make our way to the shed to put noodles and life jackets away. Walking across the patchy grass and dirt littered with pine needles, they stick to our wet feet as we make our way up the long wooden stairway. We all wait outside the sliding glass doors. Each cousin makes their way through the bathroom to change. All of us are exhausted from our adventures, sunburnt from our exploits, and shivering, walking into a basement that is kept at a temperature that is way too low for this time of night. We finally make our way to the car. With hugs all around, we load up and start the trek back home. Maybe we'll be back next weekend for more fun in the sun. About 5 minutes into the drive, all three of us kids are conked out, sleeping in the back seat, thankful for a father and mother who have the stamina to stay awake and get us home safely. Thank you for listening to What Makes a Warm Home. To start creating your warm home, visit etsy.com/shop/warm home candles co. If you enjoyed this audio journal, I would appreciate it if you hit subscribe or left a review. I will be publishing a new audio journal every week on Wednesday at noon on YouTube and Spotify. You can also find warm home brands and candles on Facebook and Instagram. And lastly, remember, a warm home isn't just about the things in your home, but about the people who live there and the grace and peace God gives them every day.